Hello guys, good to see you back. Again, I am back with another tutorial related JavaScript string method. In our previous tutorial, we covered this 7 method and 1 property. And in this tutorial, we are going to cover these methods. So without wasting your time, let's start the practical and see how it's works. So as you can see, side by side, I open my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using LiveServer extension, and I already created an HTML document named index.html. And also we have a string. JavaScript is a great language. I used this example in our previous tutorial, so I'm going to make it correct now. JavaScript is a great language. Now, let's start with our new method, which is indexOf. This indexOf function pretty similar with search function. So here I'm going to type str.indexOf. Then inside the round braces and inside the double quotes, I'm going to provide this search query, which is great. And semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, as you can see, it's written 16. It provides the first index number of this word. And if you want to search result from opposite direction, we have another function, which is last index of. So here I'm going to type last index of. And also I'm going to change this search query. So I'm going to copy JavaScript word and I'm going to paste it inside the double quote. If I set this file, as you can see, it's written 0. As I told you, this function search result for opposite direction. So if I pass only one character, which is G, and then set this file, as you can see, it's written 28 because it's written this character index number from this string. But if I change the character G to Z and then set this file, now you can see it's written 25, means this character index number. Basically, I want to say it's work from opposite direction. Now, let's jump into our next method, which is replace. Using this method, we can replace particular word or a character with another character. So let's see how it's works. So at first, I'm going to duplicate this line and comment out previous one. And here I'm going to use replace function. So I remove last index of and I'm going to type replace. In this method, we need to pass two parameters. First, you need to provide which character or word you want to replace. I want to replace great. So copy the word and paste it inside the double quotes. And in your next parameter, you need to pass your new keyword. So here I'm going to pass good. So if I set this file and print this in my document, as you can see, now it's print JavaScript is a good language. So this is how you can use replace method. Let's talk about our next method. But before, I'm going to duplicate this line and comment out previous one. Now, let's talk about our next function, which is trim. This method is used to remove extra spaces from left side and the right side. So let's see how we can use it. For this example, I'm going to duplicate this line and comment out previous one. And from here, I'm going to remove is great language. And also I'm going to provide some space after JavaScript and before JavaScript. If I save this file, you cannot see the difference. It's just print JavaScript. It do not provide any space before and after. But if I print it in my alert box, let me show you. So here I'm going to type alert inside the round braces or variable str. Then semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, now you can see it provides space before JavaScript and after JavaScript. So to remove the spaces, we can use trim function. For that, just we need to use the function name, which is trim. So str.trim. Also you need to use round braces because it's a method. Then I'm going to print in my alert this variable a, because we stored this string in this variable a. So if I save this file, now you can see the alert box, but it removed the spaces before and after. So this is the usage of this method. Now let's talk about our next method. But before, I'm going to remove this alert box and duplicate this line and comment out previous one. And remember, this function is specially used in input forms because sometimes we need to remove the extra spaces from the input. Our next method is character add. In this method, we need to define a position. And according to the position, it's written the character from the string. So let's start the practical and see how it's works. So here I want to type character add. So here I'm going to define a position for one character. So here I'm going to pass 6. If I set this file, as you can see, it's written R. And remember, our index start from 0. That's why it's written R. But if I pass a bigger number which is not available in the string, something 500, and then save this file. As you can see, now it's written nothing. If the character is available at this position, only this time it's going to return the character. Otherwise, it's going to return blank. Our next two methods are character coded and from character code. These methods are related to each other. This character returns sky code. Otherwise, if you provide any sky code, it's going to return a character. But before, we need to understand what is sky code. As you can see, this is the table of SI code characters. Behind every character of keyboard, there is a Unicode. You can search SI code in Google and it's going to return a table like that. Behind every character of keyboard, there is a sky code. For hashtag, we have 35. For ampersand, we have 38. Similarly, we have a SI code for letters. For A, 65. For B, 66. These are all for capital letters. Also, we have SI code for small letters. For small a, we have 97. So let's start the practical and see how it's works. Again, I'm going to duplicate this line and comment out previous one. And here, I'm going to use our method, which is character code add. Character code add. And inside the round braces, we need to pass the index number. So here I want to pass 0. And as you know, in 0th index, we have capital J. If I set this file, as you can see, it's written 74. For SI character, we have a decimal value which is 74. So this is the usage of this method. Let's talk about our next method, which is from character code. But before, I'm going to duplicate this line and comment out previous one. So here I'm going to type from character code. For this example, we don't need string. So I'm going to comment out this one. And here we need to pass an object named string. String dot from character code. And here, if I pass the decimal number of an SI character, so here I want to pass 65. If I set this file, as you can see, it's written capital A. And here you can see the SI character A and its decimal value 65. Similarly, if you want to print a Z, here you need to pass 90. Let me show you. So if I pass 90 here, and then set this file, as you can see, it's written capital Z. In our upcoming tutorial, I'm going to show you the practical how we can use this code in actual life. So this is it for this tutorial. In our upcoming tutorial, we are going to cover the remaining methods. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next tutorial.